Hi guys, this is Logan here at Don't Look at the Bus. I'm in studio with my co-host.
Hello everyone.
Yeah.
Nice to not see your lovely faces because I know they're out there.
Oh, that's so sweet. We're in studio today, or in our apartment, with our friend Caitlin. She's going to be our first guest star, and she's somewhat of a local celebrity. How would you like to introduce yourself, Caitlin?
Well, I mean, I feel like that was pretty. I feel like that was a pretty reasonable intro. I'm surprised you didn't make the unseasonably tan ho comment because that's normally what you call me. But I'm
this
actually
is
not
a Christian podcast. Thank you.
Okay.
It's
Everybody just needs to
wait.
chill.
Nobody told me that.
No, you're.
I'm leaving with the whiskey. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But that brings me to something. I actually quit.
Oh, you did?
What? Tanning?
Tanning, okay, but calm down.
Okay.
I quit
All right.
tanning in tanning beds because they're bad for you. But I bought a spray tan contraption that I'm scared to use it. I bought all this shit. I bought all the stuff for it, and I'm scared to use it.
It's
I
all
haven't
those
yet.
chemicals.
I know, but it's still better for you than actually sitting in a tanning bed multiple times out of the week.
I think the sun would be a lot safer. I mean,
But yeah, real sun. But you can. It's not yet that time. It's not that time yet.
It's not time yet to go out and enjoy
I'm still
the rays.
unseasonably tan.
Okay.
I used it once, and I
You
was
look
surprised
reasonably
me
tan,
at
like
first.
reasonably for the seasonably tan.
I mean, it's been sunny out for the last couple of days.
No, it hasn't. It's
Or
been
not-
great.
not
The
the last
funny,
couple
the
days, the
funny
last
thing is
couple
I
weeks.
don't actually go outside that often. I just to look like I do. But okay, so I'm going to start out with the question that always starts: what are we drinking tonight, guys?
Oh.
Okay, well,
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to. Hold on, I have to look up where this.
well, since you're the
brewery
guest,
is
we'll
from.
talk to you.
I was actually really stoked to find out that Logan and I have similar tastes in what we like to mix our whiskey with. I always go, if I'm drinking whiskey, I always want to mix it with Dr. Pepper, and everybody thinks that that's super weird. And I didn't even ask you. You just brought all this, all the fixins.
Well,
And I was surprised and happy to find out that you're a fellow whiskey Dr. Pepper drinker.
I am. Well, I went over there. I went to go pick it up, and I was looking around the liquor store, and I was like, "Do they have just little cans or bottles?" And I'm like, "No, they just have the two fucking 2 liters over there." And it's I don't want to drink a 2 liter because if I open it up, it's gonna be flat within the next day, and I'm not gonna have enough. I'm not gonna sit there and drink a whole thing.
Exactly.
Says the guy who had a thing of what was it, Coca-Cola for a month in and out of the fridge.
Mhm.
Ew.
In and out.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the reason why.
So you
because it's
learned
just
your
gonna sit in
lesson.
there. So I learned my lesson. But then, I rather not do that. So I was looking around. I asked her, "Do you guys have any small bottles or anything?" She's like, "Yeah, we just have it in the Dr. Pepper." And I go over there, have Diet Dr. Pepper, then they got the regular. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, so you didn't actually choose it. That's just what they had.
Well, it was the only thing that was small, but I would go for a Dr. Pepper because it's
Okay.
sweeter.
Anyway,
It's cherry.
I do
I
like
have
Dr.
to
Pepper.
ask, what the hell is that?
Okay. This.
That looks like... okay, I'm just going to let you say your thing.
I don't do hard alcohol unless it's tequila, and that's for special occasions when I don't have to drive. But tonight I'm actually drinking a trail beer, which is a Northwest Pale Ale. And it actually comes from 10 Barrel Brewing Company, which is out of Bend, Oregon. And something...
Their street address too while they're at it.
Yeah, and no, actually something I've learned about myself is I really like breweries out of Oregon.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
Yeah,
So-
I love Georgetown. Definitely.
But George?
Fort George. Georgetown, they do mayonnaise and all that.
Which one is Fort George?
Fort George is cider. They do the...
No, but Fort George does beers too.
Fort George is out of Astoria.
Oh, this is Oregon.
Yeah, it's Oregon. But I just know them, Fort George, they do a really hard cider. I got sick off of it once because I indulged way too much at a rodeo.
Oh, God.
But it was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
That reminds me... Oh, sorry.
go ahead. No, I was gonna...
I was just going to say that reminds me of the night that I drank an entire 6-pack of Mike's Hard Lemonade
you
within
in
like
high school?
a couple hours. Actually, embarrassingly enough, no, this is like a year ago. This is like a year ago. And I don't remember what made me come to the conclusion that like that was my
a good
only
idea?
option or that was a good idea.
Yeah.
I was honestly like, I don't remember why I decided to do this or what like brought me to the point to where I was like, Mike's Hard, a 6-pack, an entire 6-pack is my only option, but I did, and it was like, it wasn't that bad until the next day, obviously, like, and then I had to go to work and blah, 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 and then I literally, like, was going to the bathroom every like 20 minutes somewhere because I could not stop puking.
Well, I think when people drink
it
like
was
that,
so bad.
when they drink stuff like that, they assume like, oh, it's really light, it's not going to affect
Exactly,
you so much.
that's
It's not
what I
like
was thinking.
it's not like a really good IPA or a really good mixed
No,
drink.
it's
just
shitty.
it's bitch beer.
No,
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'll tell you this: the cheap, like really good cheap beer though, is like the Kirkland beer from Costco that you can get in like a 48.
Kirkland
pack.
makes really?
Yeah, they make beer.
Okay.
They do the
I did
salt
not
and
know
pepper.
that.
Yeah, they make everything.
Okay,
but
next time we're all three together, we are going to drink Kirkland beer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kirkland beer is going
Yeah.
to be our next thing.
Yeah.
I like
Yep.
this so far, guys.
What they did was we went to a New Year's Eve party at my buddy Joe's cabin at his dad's house. No, not your Joe, but my Joe.
No, I don't have a Joe. No,
yeah, so
I was
you don't have a Joe.
for
I have
some
a
reason
Joe.
I was thinking about the Halloween
Everybody
party.
has a Joe.
We ended up going to a New Year's party out at the cabin, and my buddy Spencer's like, "Yeah, dude, I just bought a whole bunch of cheap beer." He's like underage, so he had somebody buy it
Right.
himself. And
Like
I'm like,
We've all
yeah,
done that.
yeah. Well, normally.
Ice, natural ice.
Yeah, normally I'm the one supplying like the warm Keystone ice, like the warm
Warm.
Keystone light.
Warm.
Yeah,
Operative.
well, we
I
always
can't afford ice.
yeah, well, my parents wouldn't let me keep it in the fridge, so they only let me keep it in my room. So, but anyway, he bought like a huge thing of like Kirkland beer, like 48 pack. So we all got drunk on like hard alcohol and everything. And there was like maybe 30, 40 people there, and we actually bought like everybody bought a whole bunch of like alcohol, like true alcohol and everything. Well, Joe's little sister's friends stole all of our alcohol. They snuck it into their coats and stuff or in their backpacks, and they walked out of the party, and I was like, all right, well, later guys, we're gonna leave. And we're like, finally, all the kids are gone. We look back in the kitchen and there's nothing there. So all of us big kids, like fucking 19, 20, and 21 year olds, we're like, what the fuck? The only thing that we have left are cheap beer, a little bit of vodka, some Fireball. I guess the kids couldn't handle like windshield wiper fluid. So,
Hey, Fireball isn't too bad.
Dude, are you kidding me? Fireball? Have you
too
had
bad.
like that like experience
bad.
where all you've drank throughout the night is Fireball? Like have you
No,
had like
because
oh
I'm
God.
smart.
yeah. Well,
Did you guys put your pizza in
listen.
yet?
yeah, it's already in there.
Okay.
Well, they ended up. Who was it?
Shut up,
Anyways.
You guys should.
Yeah, it's already in there. Shout out. Well, they so we were like left with like crummy beer and a little bit of real alcohol left, and so we're sitting there and we're drinking. And my buddy Spencer, he's like, "Dude, we should have a contest." So we're cracking open Kirkland beer left and right, and we're shotgunning these things. Like it's cheap beer, so we're going and we're just like drinking, and I'm like fucking like, left and right and everything. It was amazing. I was
Throwing
like,
the right and left.
fucking right and left by dude, but this time it's just beer, not my fist. But
So I was gonna say, are you double fisting?
I'm double fisted. I'll double fist. Yeah, come here, bud. And,
No, thank you.
Your Canadian showing. Calm down.
sorry. Well, anyway, they so it was a great night, and I have to say, like the next morning, it was like, oh, what do you have to drink in your dad's cabin, Joe? And he's like, well, we just got coffee. And I was like, okay, well, I'll make some coffee. We don't have cream. And I'm like, oh, I'll just have a beer. So I crack open the Kirkland beer.
Just have a beer.
It was good. It was good. And that was
Sometimes the morning after partying, a beer is all you need.
It was.
Honestly,
It
I
helps.
swear to God, people look down on like I don't know who as an adult actually like adult into their 20s at all looks down on the hair of the dog thing. I'm like, it works. I don't
works.
care who you are.
What was
I don't
it,
care who
like
the hell you
2
are.
Saturday ago, I was just not feeling well, and it was like 10,
Oh,
10:30
yeah, I
in the
remember
morning,
that.
and I'm like, Logan,
We went for a bike ride that day.
Yeah, I was
too.
like, please don't judge me.
Are you kidding
I need
me?
a beer right now. And
No,
I had
sometimes
2
you
beers.
need-
It was Sunday.
Mhm.
It was like
It's
a week
so
ago.
it's a Sunday.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just remember because it was before a gun show and I needed some encouragement.
Do you know how many people, like, I swear, like, 99% of the people that went to that gun show probably had 2 beers at least before they went there.
Probably. It was actually
Yeah, man, I'll
pretty fun.
say the gun for like $10.
So you're fine.
Yeah, I would say so.
So we started, like, probably the first 10 to 15 minutes out of the show just with drinking stories.
Yeah,
which
welcome to our podcast.
Yeah,
But-
welcome to our podcast.
So-
I had.
but-
Okay, before
Well-
we start talking over each other,
Okay.
Let me just say that we actually used to work with Caitlin
Yeah.
over at
Yeah.
a little old hotel. We
Yep.
can't say where we work, but
Introduction.
she used to work over there, and we've told our ghost stories. I told my ghost story about the shadow people, even though our hotel's
Which-
like,
That hotel is haunted as hell.
but there's like nobody actually really died there. But
Well,
I mean-
so you before as that
As a
hotel,
hotel,
as
yeah.
that hotel, nobody died there before. But
before it was built,
I don't. Okay.
or no, I mean, or not after it was built, but before it was built.
Well, the
yeah.
one guy in.
people are dying everywhere.
Can I tell you something? I'm not
Yeah.
going to say the room number of it, but I know the
You
room
just
that the guy
did.
died in.
Yeah, we,
whispered
I
it.
whispered
Nobody
it.
can
You
hear
can
it.
edit it out. If you want to like bleep it out, you just like room fuck. Like that could be as
Room
far as they know.
1408.
Yeah, no. So like the guy, the room that the guy died in at that hotel. Every single time that somebody would go and like be an asshole at the front desk, I would always give them the haunted room. I don't like because I was like, okay, like all I can do for you is the blah, 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 even if it wasn't true at all. I'd just be like, sorry, bitches, you get 105 because you a dick.
You just said it again.
Oh.
well, I can edit it.
You get
I'm gonna edit it.
1408.
Okay,
I
please
just
just
say
like
1408.
literally just bleep it out. But okay, where was I?
Anyway, you
Anyway, I was give the rude people
Yeah,
that
yeah.
room.
So you're going to tell your stories.
Yeah. So okay, backstory. So the reason that I knew Logan actually a really long time before I went to the hotel. He was actually one of like I think you're actually the longest friend I've ever like had, other than like my one childhood friend from
since
Vegas
you-
that I'm still friends with. But,
Well,
like
since we met, I didn't really meet
freshman
you.
year of high school.
I'm the third wheel of
And
this
no,
whole
and I
thing.
met no, you're not. Listen, I met Candace. I met Candace at the hotel that I worked at with Logan. Like, yeah. So we all worked together basically. And
It'll actually be 10 years, and this,
That's crazy.
yeah, no, we've been friends for okay. So when I was a freshman in high school, I was like 14, 15. So yeah, it's been 10 years.
But I didn't even
We
really
didn't
know
know
you,
each
'cause
other. Okay, we met 10 years ago, but sophomore year, I guess, is when we like,
Actually met.
became friends.
And then that's when I
But-
actually thought she was a whole different person, like a whole other
Listen,
thing. So
Listen.
I was a character back in the day. Well, I mean, I was a different kind of character. We keep getting off track. So,
yes, we do.
I want to hear your stories. I haven't heard them.
I was listening. They asked me to do the guest starring position. They hired me for this position.
We hired
And I, felt like, okay, I need to actually
and
watch their
alcohol.
podcast. Probably.
Pizza and alcohol.
So I did, and actually I was really impressed because a lot of podcasts, I get 10 minutes in, I'm like, whatever. I'm not that into it. But you know what? I actually watched your guys, listened, I say watched, but I listened to the whole thing.
You watched with your ears. You painted
The
a
entire way through because I was actually intrigued, so kudos. But yeah, so I started watching, I think it was maybe episode 2, 3, something like that, where you guys were telling ghost stories, and a lot of them were about the hotel that we worked at because it definitely it was haunted. There was some spiritual activity going on in that hotel.
Spiritual
However
activity.
you want to, whatever you want to call that, is it was definitely happening. And so I had a few experiences there, but one of my favorite stories is it's actually 2 separate stories, but it started out when I was working at the front desk and you were doing maintenance and you were out in the lobby and we were the only 2 people in the lobby. And
It was when I was putting the terrarium together.
you were putting the terrarium together. You were doing your little planting, your little seeds and whatnot.
And Elise was
Listen.
there.
And so you were, sitting there doing that. I'm at the desk. We're probably the lobby is probably about 20 feet wide or something, So we're talking, bantering, whatnot. And the radio, like there's, radio going on.
It's like a speaker that's up on the, like, 14
Yeah, there's
feet
a
up on the
speaker.
wall.
There's a speaker up there, and the only way that you can control the speaker is in the back room behind, like, the front desk. There's not a remote that controls this. You literally have to walk up to the thing and turn the
dial.
knobs. Excuse me, it's my story.
But
It's
I'm just
super
kidding.
old school.
But yeah, it's super old school. You literally have to walk behind the desk into the little office and like turn the knobs to get it to do anything different. So I'm standing at the desk. Logan is across the lobby, and we're kind of just chit-chatting, whatnot. And the radio's playing. It's some song, I don't know, Whitney Houston, something like that.
Or,
I think it actually was Whitney Houston.
And it was like on like
And
a
it was
musical
just-
break, I think.
I don't know. It was something, and like all of a sudden the music just stops, and there's no like background music, anything, and it's just like low whispers that you can't really make out any words.
I
but
heard an English woman.
I was definitely a woman. I remember it was definitely a woman's voice. And I couldn't make out anything particular that it said, but it was just whispers, like very low whispers, and it was a woman's voice.
And
it was it happened for probably like, I don't know, 5-10 seconds, something like that, and then it just went back to the music, and we both just stopped what we were doing and looked at each other from across the lobby. We're like, did you what the fuck? Did you just hear that?
Yeah,
and we just sat there like looking for a sec, and like I don't know.
Whitney Houston needed a water break.
Yeah.
Listen,
like,
and
I'm
so
just
that's
gonna
not the
clear my throat.
end, though. That's not the end. So, after this was like months later, and Marie and Kathy are managers. Were talking to me and this one other girl that worked at the desk at that time.
Elise, yeah.
No, it was Andy.
Oh, yeah.
It was Andy.
Andy.
No, it was. I was talking to Andy at the time.
Oh, you were talking, but she wasn't working there.
She was working.
No, she worked there a year before. Because when
It
you
was-
and I actually started hanging out.
Elise was not there
No, she
when
was.
this happened.
Yeah, she was. Because I finally put the thing together.
Either way, it was definitely Andy that I was talking to about this. So she was up there working front desk with me. It was like, not this last summer, but the summer before. And Marie and Kathy were talking about like weird experiences, like paranormal type stuff that had happened to them at the hotel, and we were all kind of swapping stories. And they left on lunch, and then I was sitting there with Andy, and I was telling her the story that I just told you guys. And at the very end of it, when I was like finished with the story, I was like, it was so weird, I don't know. It was so weird, I don't know like how that could have happened, story. Oh,
Yeah.
so weird, crazy. We're sitting out there in the lobby. Okay, mind you, the only way to control the volume or anything of the speakers is in the back, touching the knobs. We're sitting there. There is no music on. There is no music at all in the lobby. All of a sudden, I finish the story, and it turns on full blast out
Oh
of
my gosh,
nowhere. And we're
no.
standing up front. There's no way. Yeah. Full blast, like the music turns on right as I'm done with this story.
Oh my gosh.
And we both like look at each other, we're like, what is
And at
this?
this time, there's no kids running around in the back. Because right now we
No,
have kids.
there was nobody there. Marie and Kathy were both gone. There was nobody else in that back area except for us. Like, no way in hell anybody touched that sound system.
And here's an interesting thing is what I heard about the where the hotel was built. There actually was a barn there, and it was all dilapidated by the time the hotel was built and everything. But I guess the family that owns the view, like the valley down below, they also have houses down the line there where because the hotel overlooks a nice little creek and everything. Well, I guess there was an old barn over there, and whoever, like the family and whatnot, they had kids playing up in that barn, like back in like the 50s or 60s or something. I guess one of the kids fell and broke his neck on he fell out of the barn loft and hit the floor or something and
This
broke
is a
his
real
neck.
positive episode, you guys.
yeah.
Whatever.
I'm so stoked.
I like it. I
This is
actually
the
like
best.
having a guest star.
This is the
I
best.
was gonna say, honestly, I mean, it's like clearly what's going to happen when I'm guest starring. So first we're going to
Oh.
talk about debauchery and drinking. Secondly, we're
Yep.
going to talk about some creepy shit.
Murder and
That's just what's
Murder.
going to happen when I'm
It
the
was-
guest
It's
star.
a
And
real
I-
HBO.
I like how I'm
And
saying
during-
guest star
and
and not
during-
just guest, because like all of a sudden I'm just like, I'm
And during all this, I am enjoying a really good pot pie.
She is. Okay,
Oh
so
my gosh,
I will
it
just
smells
say,
amazing.
Who makes that pot
Okay,
pie?
so it's a Marie Callender's pot pie, I'm not gonna lie.
Shout
And
out.
it's actually a broccoli, cheese, and bacon,
So yeah,
which I've never had before, and I can honestly
Um,
say it's like a baked potato in pot pie form.
I do not normally like pot pies at
This-
all. I
Quick thing, we were actually going to
that
open.
smells so good.
Sorry, we were going to open up with one thing. We're actually from Sandpoint.
Oh,
Idaho.
yeah.
Yeah, that was one
That
thing we
was-
were going to
that
talk
was on
about.
our
but
agenda.
Yeah, we're not going
Um,
to say what hotel we work at, but we are going to say that we are from Sandpoint,
Okay.
Idaho, and anybody from Sandpoint listening in,
Howdy.
howdy.
Heyo!
How you doing?
Welcome to the Sandy Point.
Welcome
people.
to the shit show.
Shit
But-
show. I like
But
it.
I just had a butt in because I forgot all about that.
Mhm.
But you can keep talking about that Marie Callender pie.
No,
Okay.
I was just.
It's good. It looks
It's
good.
pizza.
delicious. Yeah, Logan's grabbing a pizza
So-
for him and our guest star.
So this pizza right now, it's not like we didn't get a pizza delivered. It is like one of those refrigerated or frozen oven pizzas.
cardboard pizza thing.
Cardboard
Yes, it's
pizza.
a cardboard pizza.
Yes.
And so basically, like, I don't know, it's the Tony's brand, like Tony's, like the.
Tony.
And so
Tony's,
I
if you're
was-
listening, send me a lifetime supply.
I was telling them how that brings back so much nostalgia, just like
Right.
the cheap, like Tony's, like store-bought brand, like pizzas. It reminds me of being a child back in the 90s. I remember like getting off of a really tough day at grade school, barely, just aced my spelling test and like feeling fierce.
My backpack
Aced my
is so heavy
spelling-
from all this
I know.
homework.
Aced my spelling test, feeling fierce. It's Friday. My mom took me and my best friend, who said that she could spend the night, sleepover, down to Blockbuster Video, where we just rented the newest Goosebumps movie, and we were allowed to pick out one packet of candy, and then we go home, we watch that Goosebumps movie, we eat that candy, and then a bit later we have our Tony's cardboard pizza. And that, my friends,
Can I just say,
the epitome of a 90s child.
okay, can we just reminisce about the, 90s, early 2000s, or whenever?
Yes.
I just like to say I really miss being able to go to a video store and
I do
pick out a
too.
movie.
I do too.
And now everything's, it's a click away and it's so easy.
It takes out. It's like not special anymore.
No.
I'm like,
No.
how much. How I was telling you guys about how good the Motley Crue movie was, like So
Okay,
the Dirt on Netflix. I was talking to them about how much I enjoyed that movie. Hell yes, Ranch. Do you have Caesar actually?
No.
do you think this is?
No.
Okay, never
we
mind.
just have balsamic. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's
We're
fine.
talking about
We're
dipping sauce.
I'm a person who likes to dip their pizza. Ew, what the fuck? Not
What
barbecue.
is that?
Barbecue sauce.
barbecue for
You
pepperoni. Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Pepperoni. I think that's what this episode should be called.
Don't look at the bus or you get snapped with pepperoni.
However you manage to spell pepperoni is how it should be.
Pepperoni. Well, I'm a little
Cheers
wasted
to
right now. so-
pepperoni.
Yes. Oh, wait, Logan, where's you?
Oh, it's
Oh, wait.
Where is it? Logan's still
quick,
making his
quick,
drink.
hold
Okay,
Yeah,
wait,
let's-
what?
let's
Did
do
you
it.
just made the cardinal mistake of both the... Okay, you're so gonna regret that. You just poured the mixer in before the liquor.
Hey, no, shut up.
That
I
is
was
gonna
pan-
taste like
I was-
pure rubbing
I was
alcohol.
panicking.
Wait,
now.
wait, what?
I was panicking.
There we go.
go.
Cheers.
it's
Okay,
good.
pepperoni.
You see how quick
Pepperoni.
that was? I made a drink
I
in
feel
like
like
5
we
seconds
made
flat.
so big of a deal about the pepperoni thing, and like nobody else is gonna fucking care. Like that's the point where people are just like, okay, I'm out. Like,
You know what? I just like to say, I think this intro is the longest one
this
we've
is.
ever had.
Are we still in the intro? Like,
Yeah.
are we still
I
talking?
don't think we're in the
intro,
intro. I
but
think we're
like-
already
I
in.
think
What I'm
we're
saying
like
is, like,
in
we
it
haven't
a little
even-
bit, but we haven't even touched.
We haven't even touched on the main topic tonight.
Okay,
I mean-
let's
At
just.
all.
We're at
okay.
like 23 minutes,
Okay, well,
so
who
we have like
cares?
a whole
Oh,
hour.
You guys knew
Okay.
this was what was gonna happen. Okay, who cares? Okay, so anyway, Logan and I are going to introduce the actual subject of tonight's show that we decided to talk about, and we're going to draw it out a little bit because Candace is peeing.
She's in the corner. No, she's in the bathroom.
In a cup. No, just kidding.
In a coma.
So tonight's, I guess, no. We're gonna do a game. We're gonna do a game show. I'm Joe Rogan.
You're Joe Rogan.
Just kidding.
No. Yeah, bro. Fucking UFC fighting
We're
all the
gonna
time.
do a game, and it's $1 million, but
which you've probably seen on Rooster Teeth if
I
you
think
haven't.
also, can we throw in like every now and then like, so either like he, she, whoever you're asking, he or she, they're really hot, but.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can we throw that in as an
Yeah.
element too? So like whichever one of those kind of questions you think of.
We can keep. It's kind of
Keeps
if
it
you're
fresh.
if you're not familiar with $1 million, but you're presented with a question of $1 million, but and you're given a very realistic or even
Undesirable is kind of the goal, like a very undesirable
situation.
Like you get this $1 million, but you have to deal with X thing.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're very
Sometimes they're not so bad.
Yeah,
Yes, everyone,
sometimes
I'm
they're-
back.
Goal
Yeah, she's
of
back.
it is
I'm back.
oh, she's back. Yeah, sorry.
She
Goal
snuck in.
of it
I
is to
did.
like make it bad though, so that it's like it's debatable. You're like, ooh,
So who's gonna go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's
So-
a guest.
I feel like
Okay.
I'm just stealing
Yeah.
this whole thing. I'm like, listen
You
to
are.
me.
You're
Like,
this is one thing I love about Caitlin. Is she always hogs situations and makes them better.
I'm
so,
sorry.
I
I'm
love
not.
it. I love
mean,
it.
okay.
Okay,
It's a
so
downside.
This
but
is
it's
why
also a
you
plus
asked
side.
me to go
I love
on
it.
here.
All right, so here we go. Let's start this.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna say,
$1 million, but
yeah, I know the start of it. I'm just
You
thinking.
gotta say
I
it.
literally didn't think of anything beforehand.
Oh.
Okay, so $1 million, but you have no arms.
Oh.
like is it once a year?
No,
or is it
no,
just
like
like
you
at
never,
all?
you don't have arms. Like you are a human mannequin.
so how
You do not $1 million, but you don't have arms. You have
But-
legs, but you don't have arms.
How do you pay for it?
I don't know. That's up for you to decide. Like,
oh my god, do you just
you
like
have
walk around with
$1
your
million
wallet in your mouth? Or?
Okay.
You have $1 million,
Can you get
but-
animatronic arms? Like, can you get prosthetic?
No.
Like the,
No arms, nubs.
Oh, that's
No.
part of the
Oh.
supplement. Okay.
okay. Oh
No.
gosh.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it.
I couldn't.
I really.
I
don't.
would not do that.
Well, think of this. You could have bodyguards, and they can actually hold the door for you. They could do almost anything for you.
Yeah, but
No, with
imagine
$1
your
million.
balance.
Like, I mean,
For $1 million?
honestly, I think you.
So
need, I
you-
mean, you could have like a bodyguard.
No, but if you were reasonable with your money, you could probably do
Yeah.
anything.
Like, here's the deal. I'm just saying, like, you have to think too. It's like it's not like I'm saying like I'm like $300 million. I'm saying like
well,
$1
wait,
million.
Maybe we
like,
should establish.
realistically.
Maybe we should establish this
No,
first.
it's
Because
$1 million, but
I mean, you
so
could
no,
invest.
I've heard it done both ways, and let's just establish this right now. So is it $1 million for the rest of your life? So you always have $1
No.
million, or is it
You get $1 million.
Okay, because
then you could invest it in things to where you know you
Okay.
can create, you can turn $1 million into whatever else you want.
Okay.
That
No,
yes.
no, it's not worth it.
It's your money. You can do whatever you want.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
No.
sorry. I like my arms, and I'm very vain. So
Oh no.
yeah.
I could probably do it. I'm pretty
Logan
good with money,
Cro-
so.
No, you.
Oh my
with
god!
your
I just
hands.
thought of something. I'm not gonna say it because whatever. But
We all know what you're thinking. We know.
Actually, you know what?
You
actually, Logan's like, actually, you know what? Changing my.
Well-
you can hire someone for that.
I
That's
have $1
true,
million,
with $1 million,
so
you could totally buy.
ladies, I have $1 million. Don't worry about my arms. Just
about my
focus on the main thing.
His arms don't reflect his whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You know what they say.
They're not like feet.
You know what they say.
Just a nub.
You know what they say. A guy with no arms means he's got $1 million.
Oh, it's true. Okay, so I
Okay.
think none.
no.
Would you take it?
Would you take it?
No.
Would
I'd
you
probably
it?
do it.
Oh,
I'm
Okay.
pretty good.
I wouldn't. I
No.
wouldn't. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No. All right, Logan.
You want? Oh, it's mine. Okay.
Go ahead. Let's just go in a
$1 million,
circle.
but every time you have to buy anything, you get slapped as hard as physically possible by the person that you're buying anything from. So if you go to a Walmart and you get the old lady who with the knuckly arms or whatever, she's been
Oh,
working.
with the
is it
rings. Slap or backhand?
Oh, it's either or.
Whatever they
gosh.
feel like doing.
Hmm. You could have an old lady just fucking backhand you as hard as
I
she
would
could.
go to the scan your own stuff.
Right? You could. That is
Oh.
always,
Yeah.
that
But
is
think of
an
this.
option.
No,
Oh, and you
no.
can also
But you
buy
get-
online.
But you get beat up by whoever. So the robot, like the scanner,
Yeah.
could beat the shit out of you. You ever been hit? Those things are made of
No.
metal and plastic.
No,
I don't think.
I don't think that's
I don't
hard.
think
It's
that-
gonna work. That's
Okay,
how it works.
so I
Anything
would
you buy,
do
you
it.
get hit.
Okay, here's the deal. I would do it, but I would make it like so. Like I don't
You-
even care. I would make it so awkward for the person, and I'd just be like, "Oh, baby."
Well, it's
I would. I mean, I'd try.
Well,
I think I would. I could do that.
It's
I could
anything.
do that.
If it was a cashier
It's a
Yeah.
cashier, real estate
I would
agent.
but here's the deal. You can go,
Anything,
you
car
can choose
salesman.
who you purchase the item from. So
Yeah.
you
That's
could go through the longer line just to get the old lady that wasn't going to slap you.
That
But,
doesn't have
like,
rings
you
on her
could
finger.
choose who
No.
you bought your
No
item
matter
from.
what. No matter what you buy, you are going to
Exactly.
get hit.
But that's what
So-
I'm saying. You buy something and, like, you can choose, like, where you purchase your things from, though.
Yeah, and if you go
Yeah.
online and you buy anything, you're going to get hit by the seller.
Sorry.
So Amazon,
What if instead
you're going to
of-
have Jeff Bezos come to your house every time you buy anything from Amazon, and
I
he's
feel
going to
like
beat
he's
the
got
shit
a lot
out of you.
better
Instead-
things to do.
What if instead of getting hit by the person
No,
on
this
Amazon,
is Logan's dream.
I'm just
No,
like,
that's not a dream.
it's an
$1 million.
idea. Like, what if you got hit by the person delivering it to you?
That's actually another
That's
thing.
funny.
Well,
Have
our
you seen-
mailman doesn't look.
But you have
my
the UPS guy. Yeah.
Can I talk? Okay, can we pause for a second? Can I say a story?
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
You sure?
I've been checking on it.
Okay,
I'm
good.
sorry, this is gonna be
Yeah.
the longest ass podcast.
No,
but,
it's tons of edit, but it's perfect.
so the mailman saw Kelsey. Sorry, my boyfriend's name is Kelsey. He has a girl's name. The mailman saw Kelsey naked. It's a thing.
Great story. Great
It's
story.
a thing. I'm not even gonna go into like detail about that. Honestly, I'm sure you can use your imagination and imagine just some man walking around their house naked, and then
Hey,
we have a
Yeah.
glass front door,
So-
and they walked up to the door, and the mailman was there, and there was anyway.
So you're gonna
It
get so you're
happened. It
gonna
was
get
funny.
backhanded by the UPS guy,
Oh, no.
and he's gonna be like, "I saw your boyfriend naked."
Well, hey, at least he's getting slapped in the face instead of somewhere else, right?
All right, Candace, what's yours?
So this is the one that I did come up with, and Logan hates it, but I love it.
Hmm.
Okay,
I
so
forgot it,
you
so-
get $1 million, but once a year you spontaneously combust.
Are we going to flames?
Yep. And
No.
then you wake up and you're perfectly fine.
Oh wait, you wake up and you're perfectly fine.
Yeah, you wake up and
fuck
you're
yeah.
perfectly fine. But
You go through the pain.
But you go through
experience
the pain?
everything.
You
and
know
if
what?
you think about it, spontaneous combustion from whatever people
No, I
assume
do
or
it.
research, it doesn't take that long.
I do it. I'm probably going to hell anyways, so it's fine. Yeah, I
It's
totally
just
do it.
revving you up.
I totally do it. Yeah.
All right, Logan.
Me? No.
I
'cause
would do it.
No, because I went
I
through the
would.
pain of a wisdom tooth. I
Oh,
have to
well.
say.
No, but once you get to a certain level of pain, your body,
You go into shock.
you go into shock and you can't
Yeah.
feel it. And I feel like that's one of
Yeah.
those things.
It's
where
just
Well,
once a year,
I
but you
still
don't
get-
know when it's gonna happen. So you could be on like
You
a
could
roller
ruin
coaster.
Christmas.
You could be on a roller coaster at Silverwood, and all of a sudden, whoosh.
No,
Dude,
but
do you know how funny that would make? Okay, it wouldn't be funny.
Actually be like, oh, everybody has
Could you
their arms in the air.
imagine just like I would collect it would be my hobby as a millionaire after that point to just like collect every single like videotape of all of the news articles about your spontaneous combustion that like nobody knows why it's happening and they're just like like this spontaneous combustion on the fucking Silverwood roller coaster like
Silverwood.
somebody ruined Christmas spontaneous combustion like
What if you were at like
No,
the
you're on the
lighting
train.
ceremony at downtown Sandpoint, right? And then all of a sudden, boosh, and they're like, "Oh, it's the burning bush." It's like, no, it's just Caitlin burning up. It's okay.
But,
she
it's
does it
but,
once
but
a
nobody
year.
else knows that. It's literally just you because nobody's going to believe that. Nobody's going to believe that.
That's true. So, would you take it?
Oh, I told you that.
Yeah.
already. I was
I
the
would-
first
I would
answer. I was
do
like,
it.
fuck
I would
yeah, I'm
take
going
it.
to hell.
Logan?
Like, it's fine.
Logan,
Yeah, I still wouldn't do it.
I would do it.
Really?
Okay, yeah. Your turn.
All right, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Get $1 million, but
Okay.
every single trip that you take, whether you are driving or not, it's only when you're driving though.
Okay.
Every single trip that you take that is an hour or longer, no, sorry,
Very specific.
taking it back, 45 minutes or longer. Every single car trip that you take that's 45 minutes or longer, your vehicle breaks down.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, right? Shitty.
No.
That $1 million would be gone like that.
Oh my gosh.
$1 million?
$1 million.
No, thank
but
you.
Whether you or somebody else is driving, every vehicle that you, like, every car trip that you take, is
No.
the car breaks down.
You couldn't go on vacation. You couldn't.
You couldn't enjoy
You couldn't
your
even
money.
get to Coeur d'Alene.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You couldn't enjoy your money.
No,
I don't
because
think I
it
could
doesn't
do
matter
it.
if you're
And I'm
driving
trying
or
to think of
anyone
a
else.
loophole. I'm saying you could, okay,
I think-
unless you got a helicopter, and
That's
then you
true.
could just land it anywhere.
Well, then
But-
But then
I'll just hire my boyfriend's company to helicopter me everywhere.
that's what I'm saying. So, maybe I would actually do that because I feel like if you have $1 million, there's enough loopholes in that. And then if you can build your $1 million, Because
Yeah.
that's what we decided you can do in
You
the
can ride
state.
around in a helicopter, or you have somebody else drive you.
I
Yeah.
think that there's enough loopholes actually to where I would do that because.
I was just gonna say I'm already used to my car breaking down, like when I'm not paying attention.
Can I
to
tell
gas.
you something super sad?
What's that?
So I need to get my car fixed because my reverse, I can't reverse anymore in my car. It's super
So
funny.
your transmission's
Hey.
going?
Yeah, my transmission's going. So
Do
You
need a
should get
good
that
mechanic?
tattooed on you.
I know a good
My
mechanic.
transmission's out, so I only move forward.
listen, that's you turn that into actually a really positive message. Thank you.
That's true.
So basically, yeah, so now I have to like plan out all my trips and like where I go for like lunches and things like that. Like it's actually huge, like very involved planning and where I go with my car because I can't back up. I need to only go places that I can go forward in.
I find that would be very risky because what if all of a sudden you
One-
can't do anything?
One time I stopped, I decided specifically that I was not going to stop at one gas station, that I was going to go to the next gas station further on in my destination because of the fact that it's normally empty. And so I was like, no, I'm not going to stop there because there's always people there and I might have to pull up behind somebody and then like I can't leave till they leave.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't the case. I got to this one gas station. It was all full, but I had to get gas because there wasn't any place for a while. And I pulled in behind this one guy that was already pumping his gas, thinking, okay, he's already doing his thing. He's gonna leave soon. Well, he finishes pumping his gas, and then he decides, I want to go inside and buy, like, a refrigerator's worth of groceries, and I'm sitting behind him at this point. I try, like, best I can, but I cannot back up in my car.
Oh my gosh.
To go away anywhere. So I'm literally sitting here and I'm sitting inside, like literally screaming at this man from inside my car, like, hurry up!
Oh my
But
gosh.
and he's sitting there, he's like taking his time, he's like talking with the cashier.
Well, not the
Okay.
last time, but the last time. No, not the last time before that, but the last time before so like the third to last time that I broke down. I broke down 10 feet away from a pump. I was like, oh fuck, I'm running out of gas like 2 blocks from the gas pump. And I go up the street and I turn right and I'm like right across the street from the gas station. And as soon as I hit the gas because it's a stop sign and there's a cop sitting right there, I fucking go forward and I die in the middle of the street. And I'm like, fuck, and I'm like trying to push myself up to a up to the pumping station. And somebody pulls right in. As I'm trying to, I was like, no. Yeah, and I was like, dude, my car just broke down. I'm trying to get to work. It's early in the morning too. I'm trying to get to work, and the guy's like, sorry, dude, I was here first.
Are you
like,
serious?
Are you
I'm like,
kidding
dude,
me?
you can see me literally pushing my car.
I'm sorry.
Up to the
That
thing.
That's
I'm
rude.
sorry. Who is this man? Can we go and kill him?
I wish.
I don't want to kill him. I just want to rip his feet off.
Yeah, that's true. That would be worse than dying because then
Yeah.
you don't have feet for the rest of your life.
Because then
That
you-
reminds
$1
me
million,
of-
but you don't have feet.
$1 million, but you're a prick.
Anyway,
gosh.
I'm sorry. We got
That
so off
reminds me
topic.
of a
Okay.
terrible movie called The Audition. Have you ever heard of it?
$1
Oh,
Yeah.
the audition. Was that the
It's the one where she just goes after him in the end. She paralyzes and...
I
Okay,
want to say
we'll
yes.
do a horror movie topic
Okay.
next. Okay.
Okay.
That's actually
I'm
another, speaking of movies, after we're done with $1 million, but we actually also have another,
Movies.
yes, movies, but cheesy movies. So,
Cheesy movies.
I
Okay,
have
yes.
a perfect
let's,
one.
So-
But okay,
one
Logan,
more round
this
of
is-
one more
one
round of
round.
$1 million.
Okay.
And then let's go into something else.
So-
Logan seems to have
we
some.
just
yes. So,
like to talk.
It's
$1 million,
fun.
but, we're
Oh,
doing
oh.
the, cheers. You're
Yes.
going to break my glass, I'm going to punch you in the mouth.
She's
Okay.
got a strong arm.
She does.
She's
I
petite
take
but
my-
strong.
I take my cheers very serious.
She actually slugged me in the face one time on her birthday.
I forgot. Okay, it was
It
my
was her
birthday.
birthday
I was
present.
allowed to.
Yeah.
I just like punched you because it was
She's
my
like,
birthday.
she's like,
you
can
were
I
like, what
punch you?
What do you want for your birthday? I was like, I just want to punch you in the face.
Even though I already got her a David Bowie cup. That's somebody stole.
That
but-
the bitch the fucking hotel stole.
yeah,
That's
bitch.
cool.
Anyway, so
Okay.
$1 million, but which is a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Once a month, you would be deported to a random country, but at a random time. So you don't know where the hell you're going.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where. You get a bag put over your head. You're put on a plane,
Mm-hmm.
and you're dropped off on a random country in the middle of nowhere.
This
You
is
could be put in a town. You could be put in the middle of a desert. You could be put in the middle of a jungle. In the middle of a
how
town in
long
the
do
jungle.
you have to stay in the place?
Oh, you can get out as soon as you can, but
But you have to find your own way
So you
out.
have to
Yeah,
have
you have
skills.
to find your own way out.
Okay.
So you could be
this
dropped off in the middle of
either
the town.
be really cool or the worst thing ever.
Mhm,
And
because
I don't think that that's worth it because honestly, with like Murphy's Law,
anything.
I'm gonna
that
go with
can't-
no. I don't have that many survival skills.
But think of
This
this:
way-
you're saving
look at
money
me.
on your trip. You can see the world and not pay for it because everybody else. But you're getting
yeah, but like die.
What if you get like landed in the middle of a tiny little town that's about to get bombed?
well, it depends on.
Well,
then shit out of luck.
I
but
guess
you
so.
better
That's
get
what
the
I'm
fuck
saying.
out of there.
Murphy's Law. I don't think I'm gonna do that because I don't have that many survival skills. I'm gonna be honest.
I do. All I have to do is just find me a
Cool,
vending machine.
Logan. Were you just asking that question to
No.
talk to us about how cool you are?
No, but you do get to keep your wallet and your
I
cell
love you.
phone. So
Oh,
you,
well then you have $1 million.
you have $1 million.
But do you
at
have
the-
cell reception?
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You
can
know
be
what?
dropped off
Okay,
anywhere in the
I'm
world.
just gonna say I have trekked through the Himalayas, and it is
It's true.
rare to have an area where there is not Wi-Fi. Just saying, we always
In the-
had Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. We trekked from village to like remote villages, and
Wow.
it was insane. But we always
That
had
is
Wi-Fi.
crazy. I would
Yeah.
not have expected that.
No, and,
Like
and
I'm
neither
just
did I.
picturing myself sitting in the middle of like a Arabian desert
And there's a scorpion
with
to your right, and a snake
literally
to your left.
nothing. Yeah, except that. And then all of a sudden, there's these like people on camels that
Wow.
don't.
They
wanna
probably
help
try to
you.
sell you.
Exactly, and then
Yeah.
that's your life. So
don't
no,
know.
I'm not.
But-
I'm not.
I
But
think
you
I
have
would
$1 million.
take it. I think I would take it because I like adventure, and
I like adventure, but I don't like getting raped.
well,
That's true.
you know, it comes with the territory. I think I would take it.
I probably wouldn't be. I'm pretty cute myself, so I'd probably
Okay,
be. Up for it.
I have one, and it's kind of silly. I've been mulling it over, and
I'll just say it.
okay, so you have $1 million, but everywhere you go, you have a life-size Teletubby following you that is your like life coach and your mascot, and they're they're constantly cheering you on or like saying, "Yeah, you'll do better." Everywhere you go, and yes, that does mean in the bedroom.
I was gonna say, I
Yep.
hope that
Nope.
that is
Everywhere
I hope
you
so.
go.
No, I was gonna say I hope so.
Can I at
That was
least-
the only thing that I was like, that would be so funny.
Can I at least get the one with like the television on his stomach?
They
So
all
at least-
have
Okay,
televisions. That's why
I
they're
nev-
called Teletubbies. They all have the
Can I
television.
just say I never actually watched the show? I just can see them in my memory, and it's burned there.
I never watched them personally, but my younger sister did.
Oh, she's getting married.
So I know it's weird now. She
Crazy.
was at the age where she actually watched Teletubbies, and now
Oh
she's
my
getting
gosh.
married.
Wild.
I know. My
Wild.
I'm
sister.
still blown
Anyways.
away by how-
Anyways,
I know.
reeling it
Me
back
too.
in.
But
Reeling it back in. Teletubby.
Teletubbies. My
Yeah.
favorite was the yellow one. If I had to pick a favorite, which is weird that I decided so quickly that I have a
That
favorite
was.
Teletubby. That is really
Is
weird.
yellow
actually,
your favorite color?
No, I think it's probably
Oh.
close to my least favorite color. But
That's why.
I'd say the one with. I think it's the purple one with the. The purple one or the yellow one? The one with the television on the stomach.
They
There was only
all-
one? No, there was only one.
they all have That's why they're called Teletubbies. They all have televisions on their stomachs.
Wait, I thought they.
How did this question get? How did
I
we
don't
get
know.
here? Okay.
No,
okay.
I thought they were just because they were
It
on
doesn't
TV.
matter. It
I'm
doesn't
gonna,
matter.
you know,
Okay, you know what?
This is a
How about this?
foolish
No.
decision.
This is my thing.
Okay.
The Teletubby that follows you everywhere and is your mascot has a freaking TV on his belly, okay? And it replays all your
And I guess
embarrassing
the
moments
question was-
throughout the day, okay?
Oh, that actually
you know
makes it
what?
better.
Fuck it. Like I would go.
He's
I would
your
go
life
for
coach,
it.
but he shows you your fuck ups.
Yeah, sure.
I would go. No. Okay. Jokingly, right now, I'm saying yes because that sounds really funny.
But
in
realistically,
real life,
no.
no. I could not have any relationships. I would have no friends. I would have nothing.
You think
because
Kelsey would hate it?
Oh, he would hate it. I would hope that Kelsey loves me enough to be like, it's fine, we can get through this.
Just wear earplugs.
But at the same time, oh God. But at the same time, I'm like, I could understand how somebody could not deal with it.
All right, do we have any more of these scenarios,
I'm
or are we
over
calling
it.
it good?
Uh,
You got any more good ones, or should we just we'll just end here for this one.
Yeah, I think we're good on
I think
the
we're good.
$1,000,000 butts. So now let's move on to keep continuing.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I guess we could probably just end it here.
Yeah. It's been really great to have Caitlin on. I think we're actually going to have her on for the next episode, right? Because we're going to be talking about something very fun
Yeah.
and energetic. So
come on over tomorrow and get drunk again.
Yeah, we'll no.
I know, but come on over.
over tomorrow. Caitlin.
We can come over again tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
you dumbass.
Caitlin's really bad at making plans. So yeah, you guys, we thank you so much for sitting in and listening to our crazy antics and our really fun scenarios. And
think of it as Jeopardy.
yeah, and as always, don't look at the bus.